It's wild, wild. And I'm like, out of all of these shootings, we got, the 6-year-old. We
Yeah, give
got
me
the
one
mass
second.
shootings at the clubs and at the hospitals, at the malls. And this man, like, man, is aside from political, is there really a solution for gun violence? Like, for real?
Man, no. I mean, what is gun violence? I mean, what is it?
We good. You good? You
All right, give
good?
me 1 second.
Yeah.
All right. What is gun violence? I think that's the bigger question. Is it just anything violent that happens at the hand of a gun, whether it's self-defense, whether it's a 6-year-old boy shooting a teacher, whether it's a mass shooting? What really is gun violence?
I guess pointless gun violence.
Okay, but
it's all the same, man. It's all the same.
It is. But it's so broad, and that's why I think we'll never get over it, because the argument will be the amendment,
for
right
sure,
to bear arms. That's the number one argument. But then moving forward, it'll be, well, people who get guns illegally still gonna get guns illegally. Okay, that's another argument. And then now I'm not gonna have my gun legally to defend against these people that get illegal guns, right? Cool. Most mass shootings happen with legal weapons, if not all.
Anyway.
So, and if you're right, the people who get it illegally are going to get it illegally, but they're doing it illegally. There are things in place for situations like that. If you obtain a gun illegally, one, if I own a gun illegally, right? Just by if I'm in the car with a gun that's unregistered, that's a crime, right? In itself. Yeah. So there's more repercussions to that. When you own it legally, because me personally, we own a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the people who say, well, what about my protection? I don't think the issue is the people with unregistered weapons. I just don't think that's what the conversation is. When we talk about gun violence, we're talking about people who own weapons, who use them in the wrong capacity. Gun violence in the hood and, bad areas, gangs and things like that, that's been here for years.
Yeah.
For years. But I don't know, it's just one of those topics, man. I don't think gun violence will ever be solved.
I don't think so.
It's only in America, bro.
That
is the part that
think
gets
about
me
that
the most.
all the time.
It's only here. It's not a worldwide thing. They have gun laws in other countries, but it's just senseless violence that takes place in America, gun or not. It's the lack of care for your fellow brother and sister.
Lack of awareness, honestly.
The lack of awareness, the lack of understanding, training on how to use a weapon, understanding the value of human life. It is all of those things that come into play that lead to gun violence. It's so many things that need to be addressed prior to us getting to gun violence.
I mean, true. True. Yes. It's like, man, it's so much. It's so much. It's so much. It's just like, man, first of all, how did a 6-year-old child,
man, I don't even know,
get a gun?
That's crazy.
Not only get a gun, bring it to school and have the mental capability to shoot this lady. It wasn't like it was in his book bag and he dropped his bag and gun went off, boom, she got fired. Nah, man, like this kid shot this lady, you know? And it's like,
What
I don't know who
situation
taught him.
is he? What situation is he dealing with on a day to day?
Outside of school.
What is his life for him to be able to do that? Whether he understood or did not understand.
Well, the thing about it is he understood enough,
and it was here. That's the crazy part about it. It's where I live.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like
it's wild, bro, and it's just like,
and it wasn't accidental.
And that's the thing about it. It wasn't. So, like you said, it's a lot of things that we need to address. Before we address the actual act of gun violence, it's like these video games, these commercials, these TV shows, the lack of awareness that parents are giving.
Even the video games. The video games used to be the number one thing. Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty. It promotes violence. Yada 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 yada.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I ain't never played GTA and was like, man, I wonder what this would be like in real life. You know what I mean? I've never played Call of Duty. And part of that is my mental state of mind.
Yeah.
Different people are affected by different things based on their mental state of mind. Where I am mentally, what I deal with on a daily basis, that impacts how I perceive or how I receive information, whether it be visual, whether it be physical, or whether it be, written, how I or heard. If I'm even killed and my mental health is tip top, or I'm on a good day, you could say something to me and it wouldn't bother me. But if I'm dealing with stuff, if I have unaddressed trauma as a child, or I'm in an uncomfortable situation, and you may say that same thing to me, and it could hit me totally different. We're totally all different. And that's why I feel like gun violence will never change, because no one knows someone else's mind. I don't know your mind. You don't know my mind. Yeah. You can't predict. It can't be predicted. We're not robots. You can't study humans. You can study the psychological mind of someone, and you can grade. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, this person is more likely, right? We can grade it, but we can't make predictions. We can't look and say, okay, within 10 days, if this happens to him and this, then, and there's a firearm, he's going to blow.
Right.
And then that grading scale, that's if I'm getting help, Chuck. That's if I'm talking to someone, if I'm even in a position to talk to someone, and there is someone who is taking a deep dive into my mind and who can give me the tools I need to feed it the right things, and I'm getting the proper care and proper treatment. That ain't happening. Gun violence ain't gonna stop, because we can't make predictions. It's on the parent. It's on the teacher. It's on the friend. It's
the
on
community. It's on all of us. It's on all of us. Yeah.
It's on everyone to just be better and pay attention to people around you.
Yeah.
And man, it's a lot can be changed with if we thought about how we taught people. You remember the shooting that happened here at Walmart in Chesapeake with there was an employee in the break room,
right? Yeah.
He was extremely mistreated, right? In his eyes, whether the person saying things to him or not feels that they're hurting his feelings or not, how he felt. Yes. Exactly. Was what led to what he did. If we're more cautious of how... Go ahead.
Oh no, and I like a lot of people was like, oh, maybe I didn't know I was doing that. I didn't know. But it is hard at least for me, because when I was younger, I talked about a lot of people. I know I hurt a lot of feelings. I know what it looks like to hurt somebody's feelings even a little bit. Or even just being self-aware of the things that you're saying. For a fact that some of the things that you're saying is not okay. Whether you think it's a joke or not. You still have to be aware that like what you're saying is it could be taken the wrong way. So you need to be aware of that. And you don't need to keep compiling this on somebody, because it's not okay. It's not okay, and it only takes the right day. Like, I heard a quote, it was off a television show. It said, "We're all killers. It just takes the right situation to bring it out of us."